Hi, Warren Denley here with a brief intro video of who I am, what I know about the internet and why I think I can help others. So I won't bore you with all of my background in everything I've done in my career. Suffice to say that basically I've been working in computer and internet technology related jobs ever since I left university. I've covered everything from programming through to line management, project management, even up to enterprise architecture. So I've got a pretty broad background across the whole computer industry. I've also run my own web development business on the side for the last 5 years or so, with varying degrees of success. Obviously, when you're trying to run a business against a 9-to-5 job, it doesn't always take off as quick as you would like it. But I have developed a number of websites there, so I have a lot of technical skills in actually getting a site off the ground and onto the internet. I guess the other thing that's played a big part in my life over the last 5 to 6 years, I guess, is that I'm completely over the 9-to-5. It's not that I don't enjoy the roles I do. For the most part, they're very challenging and I enjoy each and every one of them. It's more just the fact that I don't like being tied to a particular location, to a particular time frame, and I want to spend more time with my family and I want to travel a lot more. And those things just don't happen with a 9-to-5 job. So I guess a lot of what I've been doing over the last 6 to 7 years is going to a lot of courses, learning about myself, learning about what I can do to move out of the 9-to-5 reliance for income and move into an internet-based business. Although I have looked at things like shares and property as well, I've sort of come back to the internet because that's what I'm comfortable with. Computing is my background, and internet, I guess, is a big part of that. So in terms of what my core knowledge is, really the biggest thing I can bring to the table at the moment is I know how to develop websites from the ground up. These days I use mostly WordPress, but I've developed from HTML, from CSS, even done some PHP coding over the years. Now, on the surface that might seem like, wow, you know all about the technical side of that, you must really be able to do this internet marketing stuff. Well, let me tell you, it's not always that simple. In fact, I think in a lot of ways being that technical has held me back a little because I miss some of the key concepts like leverage and that sort of thing. Tried to do it all myself, and as a result have got myself all bound up where other people I know that knew little about the internet have just gone on in leaps and bounds because they just took the trainings and they ran with it instead of trying to do it better, which is sometimes something that I have a bit of an issue with. So yeah, the whole web development side, I guess I've got covered. I could teach people from the ground up who have never touched the internet before how to register a domain, how to put up a site, how to have something on the internet, and even now, after having done James's course, I could teach people to drive traffic to that site as well. Which leads me right into one of my other key knowledge areas at the moment, I guess, is around James Shremko's courseware. I've been associated with James in one way or another since May last year. My wife took up his course at that point. And so I sort of learned a little bit about it through her, following what she was doing. And I guess it was not until early this year where I decided I would step fully into that space. I attended his Fast Web Formula in March and have just been diving in head first ever since. And I've got to say, this is the best courseware I've come across. I've looked at a lot of stuff in the last 5 years, done a lot of courses, bought a lot of stuff on the internet. Now each of them I learned something from, but I guess what I found with a lot of them was they were either very specific little pieces or they were lacking in some way, shape and form. They were either telling us what you should do rather than what they were doing, or they were giving you a piece of the puzzle but not the whole piece. James, on the other hand, just fantastic. He covers everything. He gives you the whole layout of the land, gives you all of the possible models, gives you why they work, why they won't work, gives you all the pieces that you can put together to create your own business the way you want it, rather than having to follow to the letter someone else's. And I guess for me, that just fits with the whole concept of freedom for me. So I'm not tied to doing it a particular way. I can pick what works for me, and I know that I've got all the tools there and all the training behind it. The other big core knowledge area I guess I've got, which may be a little bit different to a lot of people, is I've done a lot of NLP courseware over the last 5 and 6 years as well. And why I think this is important is because early on in the piece I discovered that it's not enough just to say I want and go after this. You've got to really understand why you want it, and you've got to understand your mind and how it's potentially holding you back, or how it can be used to drive you forward to that goal. And that's where NLP comes in. It really does unlock, I guess, that unconscious side of you, and you can really take a good look at how you're thinking. Is that supporting you? Is it not supporting you? If it's not supporting you, how do you change that mindset so that you can line up with your goals and really help you achieve them? And I think without that, that's why a lot of people suffer and struggle. You know, some people are lucky and they just pick it up and they've got it naturally, and away they go and bang, they achieve their goals. But most people I find that come into this tend to struggle for a bit. And I think having that NLP background will certainly allow me to help a lot of those people through some of the blocks they might be facing. So what is about helping others that I enjoy? Well, I guess I recently did the Wealth Dynamics profile, and it was a bit of an eye-opener really. I'm not sure if you're aware of it, but I come out to be a supporter with a strong secondary star. Now as a supporter, prime driver there is relationships and helping people to be the best they can be. So it's not about so much being the top dog or anything, it's more about helping everyone around you to achieve as part of a team and grow to be the best they can. And I must admit, looking back over my career, the places where I've had the most enjoyment are the places where I've been working as a team and helping people step up and you know, achieve more than they thought they really could. Having that star side on there is where the presentations come in. I love getting up in front of people. I love talking, and you know, I love motivating people. At the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's, you know, I can sit there and I can teach people the step-by-step how-tos if I need to. But to be honest, I don't think that's what's going to get them across the line. I think what's going to get them across the line is being able to present the big picture and to show them all the possibilities and to just awaken them to what they could achieve. And just, I know for me, when I got that bit of the picture, that's when things really started taking off for me. And so that's what I'd like to give to other people. You know, I don't want to just have them come along and say, do this, then this, then this, and not understand why. I want to actually get into the, why are you doing this? What's your driver? Okay, now that you know what you want, let's show you what's possible. Let's you know, open up the playing field here and see what motivates you. And then once you know that, let's then talk about the step-by-step of how to achieve that. So in a nutshell, that's who I am, and that's why I think I'd be good for this role. So I look forward to chatting to you more about this. Cheers.